Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another lovely Minecraft discussion. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and I am thrilled to be outside filming again. Not that I can't film through the winter. I did, actually, a little bit. It's just when it snows, and snow's my favorite. It's just a little hard to film when there's, flakes, very beautiful. Anyway, we're back. It's March. It's crunchy snow. I'm loving this. Today we're going to talk about finding your frequency each day. People don't realize they can prime their day, but it's totally true. I mean, obviously, you can get that really bad surprise phone call or something, but that's way more the exception than the rule. For the most part, we can prime our day. People don't realize when they're on autopilot, and autopilot is bad, very bad, because basically it comes down to this: we're making decisions all day long, either actively or passively. So we're not actively involved in our lives. The universe takes over, but it's just the autopilot thing, bad. So we're talking about alignment. So to find our frequency each day, it definitely begins with a morning routine. Anybody who at least who I know, who's super successful, like my dear friend Oprah, she doesn't know, but I'm definitely going to meet her someday. She has a morning routine. Everybody I know who's successful talks about that. And of course, well, actually, we'll get to that in a second. It's about alignment, and the morning routine helps us to get into alignment, right? And so, like my chiropractor cousin Jimmy would say, shoulders over hips over heels, right? So the spiritual and emotional version of that is getting the insides to match the outside. So in my Minecraft class, we talk about this. So what we're talking about is much like a chiropractor would, align your back. We need to align our lives and our day. So we can set our day up to embrace, enjoy, cherish as many life minutes in that day as possible. And so really, it is pretty essential. Let's leave the pretty. It is essential to have a morning routine. We're talking 5 minutes. And I know that many of you who've watched before know that the number one for this is a gratitude journal. And it's not a huge time commitment. As I've mentioned, I put my tea in the microwave for 2 minutes. I do this every single day of my life. Sit down, and usually before it beeps, it's done. It's just, I am grateful for Giovanni. I am grateful for Tommy, my husband, making the fire this morning. I am grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my eyesight, whatever. 3 things, and with the words, I am grateful for. Because neurologically, those words matter. It can't just be my family, shortcuts. I am grateful for. And then typically, and Oprah talks about it too, maybe I'll watch like a quick, not even the whole thing, maybe like a 2 or 3 minutes of Oprah or Wayne Dyer talking, or Brene Brown, or something just uplifting. Also, there are little daily meditations, and they're set up for daily, so they're literally like a paragraph. I have several of those books. They're a paragraph, maybe a page. All of this gratitude journal with hot tea, 2 minutes of a YouTube, or maybe not, or just read the meditation. We're talking less than 10 minutes. You can spend that long on the potty, okay? So now we get to the frequency thing, because people say, oh, it's just touchy-feely vibration stuff. We are vibration. We know that from science. We are walking energy. And here's the thing, if you put it in like regular talking terms, right? If you ever say, oh, it's what she's putting out there, it's what he's putting out there. Yeah, when somebody walks towards you, you can feel the energy sometimes of, it can also be very super positive and charismatic, right? That's high vibe energy. Low vibe energy, you can sometimes just tell somebody's got really low self-esteem, low self-worth, because they just put it out there, and sadly, that attracts people not treating them well. It's just true. If they don't value them, they're teaching other people to not value them too. And I think because I'm so energy aware, obviously, I wouldn't approach somebody and not treat them well. The thing is, well, it's usually unconscious, right? I'm so aware of it. I'm like, wow, in my head, I'm saying, wow, they've got some really low vibe energy going on, because you can just feel that stuff. And I'm not saying that with judgment, because we've all been there. It's just that once you're sort of on this spiritual track, you can just notice stuff more. You can just notice stuff more. And then, of course, when you've been there yourself, you can really empathize, knowing what it's like to not feel confident and not knowing your value and such like that. So with the frequency thing, even like those of us who have done some work and gotten in a good place with feeling at a high vibe most of the time, you can have a low vibe day. And here's the thing, and I'm not saying not to feel. I get students asking me that sometimes, actually just this week. It doesn't mean to ignore negative emotions. No, it does not. You gotta kind of like catch and release fishing. You gotta feel them, validate them, and then release, let them go. You know, it's that, and mindfulness is all about letting it go, not judging, and then release them, because there is an element of choice. There's like a tipping point there where, okay, I started out, you know, I woke up with maybe like a low vibe thing, maybe I had some bad dreams, the stuff in the unconscious that was seeping up when I was sleeping. I woke up with a low vibe. Explore that for a couple minutes, and then catch and release, let it go. Because we have to actively choose to prime our day. Actively choose. The gratitude journal, again, is great for that. And then the positive affirmations, a walk if you can fit it in. But I'm talking about like less than 10 minutes, and then you can add the walk, and that's fantastic. I do a lot of stuff in the morning with little G too. But to actually shift out of, how do you explain? The low vibe energy is like walking uphill or swimming upstream, like a steep hill or swimming upstream. It just feels like it's struggle, struggle, struggle. And unfortunately, that attracts more upstream swimming and more struggle and more people struggling. So if you find in your day, like, what's up with all these whiners? Like, why the changes at work and you know? And it's because you're attracting that. You kind of landed amongst the whiners. There's a reason. You might not even be aware of it, but it's that low vibe, swimming upstream, struggle. Everybody join and struggle with me and have the struggle talk. And we can all feel united because we're all whining about the same thing. And doesn't that give us a feel-good fix? And it does initially, because it's that sense of fitting in we were talking about before, which is all ego-driven and not authentic whatsoever. However, we get like this little quick dope fix, which is why we keep doing it. And then, of course, in the long run, the rest of the day, the rest of the day, it doesn't work for us. Because low vibe attracts more low vibe, and it's just, it doesn't feel good after that initial jolt. It just doesn't. It's like got the aftertaste, like Diet Pepsi or something. So it's really, really important to realize, literally out of the gate. In fact, when I wake up, before I even do the gratitude journal, I wake up, I spread my arms like this, looking out the bay window, and say, thank you. Just those two words, just thank you. Then the gratitude journal with the tea, and then some positive affirmation, and that's it. To find that high vibe frequency and to switch into it. So that my insides match my outsides for that day. Also, I left this one out, realizing at first that this day is brand spanking new. It is not attached to yesterday. It's not attached to tomorrow. It's just in this moment. This day is not attached to all that. And here's the thing. If we are in that low vibe, right? That low vibe, resentful and fearful about the uncertainty, going blah, blah, blah. We are spewing, because this is our present moment right now, right? We are spewing that into the future. We're residing there, we're putting it out there because we're attracting more to come to us, which affects later. Okay, then we're in that present moment. Our future moment becomes our present moment, and we're in that, we spewed a bunch of stuff, so we're residing in that. We then spew some more into, and see what I'm saying? It's like dominoes. So it's really, really, really important to have a grip on today, your life minutes in this day, because they also affect your future life minutes. We want to reside here, though we don't want the domino thing to take the low vibe energy even farther. You got to nip that stuff right in the bud, okay, and shift out of that into a high vibe frequency where your personality is in alignment with what the universe wants for you. That's really what we're talking about. Insides matching the outsides, with all your gifts, all the uniqueness, everything about you is in alignment with what you were put on this earth to do. Okay, that's it. Very cool. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful, beautiful Notch in northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.